out of order. You will have to use the stairs, one step at a time. A very great morning to one and all present here. We have assembled here to witness one-day national seminar. The Department of Chemical Engineering, in association with Institutions Innovation Council, organizes one-day national seminar on recent innovations in solid waste management in Indian scenario by Dr. P. Balganesh sir. I welcome you all for the seminar. I am extremely delighted in thanking the dignitaries of Veltech Hightech, Dr. Rangarajan, Dr. Shakuntala Engineering College, Professor Velshri Dr. R. Rangarajan, Founder, President, Chairman, Dr. Shakuntala Rangarajan, Vice Chairman, for your encouragement and support. A great principal builds character, inspires dreams, encourages creativity, builds confidence. I thank our principal, Dr. E. Kamalanaban sir, such a great and exceptional leader. Recognize teachers who go above and beyond expectations. I welcome our Dean School of Chemical Engineering and Biotechnology, Dr. B. Bharadwaj sir. A person who helps students to acquire knowledge, competence or virtue through practice of teaching. I welcome our Head of the Department, Chemical Engineering, Dr. J. P. Ramalina, who takes responsibility for shaping the lives and careers of our students. Education is the key to success in life. The teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. I welcome our team, Project Patent Publication, Dr. A. Saranaraj sir. A small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. With immense gratitude, I welcome Dean, School of Chemical Engineering and Biotechnology, Dr. B. Vadiraj sir, to share a few words.
Respected Chairman, Vice Chairman, Dr. Principal, Head of the Department of Chemical Engineering, my dear faculty members, students. Good morning, Manda. I welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Balaganesh. He is the independent researcher. Basically, he is a chemical engineer and a PhD in environmental engineering. He is working in various projects in DBT, Bhairaj and the Business Incubation Center in Odisha. Collaborated with Shastra University, Tanjavur. He is a good exposure in solid waste management technologies. Currently, he is working using rice husk as a raw material to convert the waste material into various valuable projects. Right? I request all of you to interact more to how to develop a small entrepreneurship activity after your PG program. So interact more with the guest. Okay. But guest கூப்பிட்டு வரும்போது அவங்க என்ன ப்ரொஃபைல், அவங்க எதில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி அவங்கள்ட்ட நிறைய இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அப்போ தான் ஆஃப்டர் 4 years நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ட்டு உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைக்கும். வந்து ஜஸ்ட் உட்காந்து ஏஞ்சி போகிறதுக்கு செமினார். லாஸ்ட் செமினார் நான் கேட்ட ஃபீட்பேக், பசங்க யாரும் எதுவுமே கேட்க மாட்டாங்கன்னு கெஸ்ட் சொல்கிறாங்க. ரைட், லெக்சர் முடியும் போது அவங்க என்ன சொல்கிறாங்கன்றதை கவனித்து அதில் வந்து டவுட்ஸ் வந்து அவங்கள்ட்ட கேட்கணும். ஃப்யூச்சரில் எப்படி நம்ம வந்து அதை ரிலைஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறது திங்க் பண்ணுறது, நம்ம கேட்டால் தான் மினி ப்ராஜெக்ட் எப்படி பண்ணுறது, ப்ராஜெக்ட் எப்படி பண்ணுறது அப்படின்ற ஐடியா கிடைக்கும். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் வாரத்துக்கு 3 hour மினி ப்ராஜெக்ட் போடுறோம். யாருமே வந்து கைடு பார்க்குற மாதிரியே தெரியல. ப்ராஜெக்ட் ரிலேட்டடாக போகிறேன் மினி ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒரு 3 hour எவ்ரி வீக் 3 hours வேஸ்ட் பண்ணுறேன். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ப்ரோக்ராம்லாம் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணுறது இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு நிறைய ஐடியாஸ் கிடைக்கும் தான். அதனால் கெஸ்ட்டு கூட இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணி புதுசாக என்ன கற்றுக்கலாம் அப்படின்றத திங்க் பண்ணுங்க. இன்றைக்கும் உட்காந்து இந்த 3 hour எப்படி வேஸ்ட் பண்ணுறது திங்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. புரியுதா? I request all of you to concentrate the lecture and interact more with the guest. I once again welcome the chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your esteemed words. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. It's the time to welcome the chief guest. Welcome, sir. It's time to know the guest profile. Dr. P. Balaganesh sir is an environmental engineer currently superheading on effort as a social innovator under the theme Waste to Value, SPARS, Department of Biotechnology, BIRAC, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, Government of India in KIIT, Technology Business Incubation, Odisha. He is passionate about inculcating technology and shaping the student society as a faculty in different institutions. His skills and area of expertise are water and wastewater treatment, composting and compost, solid waste management, environmental engineering. He did his research under guidance of IIT Madras alumni Dr. M. Vasudevan sir and had published many research papers, from which recent publications are performance evaluation of an IoT-enabled rapid composter for mixed organic waste, bioremediation of hydrocarbon pollutants, recent promising sustainable approaches, scope and challenges. Now it's time of that event. I would like to hand over the stage to the resource person, Dr. V. Balaganesh sir, who has come here to grace the occasion. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning all. Good morning, sir. I'm very much glad to meet you, and this is really a wonderful timing that at the morning moment we might concentrate in a focused way for the thing what we are looking, and definitely we could explore many things. And as of now, I would like to thank the opportunity given to me by Head, Dean sir, and the well-wishers, those who supported for this meet. It's really part of meeting her as well as Dean sir, who already associated with me during my college time itself. And the milestone we need to go is very far away, and sure we can. So with this short intro, let me discuss with you about the recent scenario of the waste management in our nation by using basically from chemical engineering domain and expertise or specialization in the environmental engineering domain. So I have served as a faculty in different institutes, and once I completed my doctoral study, I just explored about the various opportunities given by the Indian and world scenario, and thus I found Ministry of Science and Technology and BIRAC, which is Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. So under that, we have many programs. SIIP, Social Innovation Immersion Program, is one of the wonderful programs that everyone can explore about it. Maybe one of my colleagues will give you a detail in future. So I'd like to highlight about this program in general. So this is a wonderful program. SIP journey is just getting all the real-time explore in our life. This is a simple sentence I can give for this BIRAC SIP program. So under the SIP program, we are called as social innovator. The eligibility is simply any UGT. So that actually I come to know about this SIP journey once I completed my PhD. But literally saying that if I know earlier stage, I might understand many scenarios in real time. So this is the right time you can explore about many funding opportunities and many explorations in the path of career as well. Right? Okay. Now I will look into the recent innovations in solid waste management. So can anyone say what is innovation? Very simple definition or word. Feel free to discuss. Is there any difference between invention and innovation? Whether it is same? No. I'm happy that all you are trying to answer. Right? Okay, fine. So we can find the answer through the different slides while we move on. Okay? So, for the couple of minutes, which will be a couple of time, I would like to cover these things, which mean about the fundamentals of waste, the origin of waste, and what is the current waste management status in our nation, and what is circular economy, and followed by the case study, and what is the actual waste flow in different domains. And finally, I'd like to highlight and give you what are all the initiatives and innovations that is going on in our nation. Alright, so this is what the context setting I'd like to give you. Fine. Okay, this is a generic saying by the familiar people, Ratan Tata. All you know Ratan Tata, right? Yeah, he's a fantastic person who just given the quote, never run away from your problem, because the success is always disguised in challenges. So many of the projects and many of the awards, schemes, all those things given for the people, those who find the problem. Okay, actually in the scientific term also, problem addressed, or what is the problem you are going to solve. Okay, so normally whatever the thing we are going to give, it should have a valid reason, so we can call it as a problem or a need. So this one in general, so all the problems are associated with challenges and all the challenges are associated with your success. Right? Next. Okay. I'd like to give you a simple, since all your pre-final and final year, I heard that who is present in front of me. So I'd like to give you a basic overview of waste. So what is waste? Yes? See, even a layman word, you can try. Feel free. Nothing is right or wrong. Yes? Used items. Great. Then? After usage, unwanted thing. Nice. So, you may have different things for your lifestyle, right? In everyday life, we are in need of different needs. Commodities, travels, foods, all those stuffs. So each and everything, while processing, not only give the exact material, but also it gives so many sub-materials, right? Sub-products. So that is said to be waste if we not utilize it for our need. Right? So in general, these are the overview where you are getting waste. So if you segment it as a mining, agriculture, industries, wastewater treatment plants, construction industries, okay, household. See, all the knowledge is coming out from our home, isn't it? Whether all of you agree? Whatever the technology you are going to learn, you can understand the same technology in your house itself. Right? So, starting from procurement to waste management, everything you are dealing in house. So the domestic knowledge can be shifted into industrial knowledge once you properly understand the scenario, where you are and how you are dealing. Right? If you map those things in a larger scale, that is they are doing in industry. Right? Okay. So if you consider the mining, waste rock daily, see, if we may get aluminium or iron or gold. Okay. Mining is the process of getting some metal, right? So during that process, it may give so many residues. Okay, so the solid residues we call it as a tail. So that is waste in general. Say for example in Odisha, they are producing tons and tons of aluminium, and red mud is a chemical compound. That is, every year they are wasting tons and tons. They are finding solutions. They are expecting to have a good solutions. If somebody is ready to give good solution for the red mud, which means that is plentifully available as a waste, they are very well ready to give funds. Right? Similarly, this is a typical example I am giving you, once I am giving you overline about the waste. Right? So tailing waste, mine water, during processing, liquid will be there, gases will be there, and solid will be there. So all those things, if you capture, that is useful for something. If you don't capture, you consider that as a waste. Right? Because you are assuming that it won't help us to get some useful product. If you take that thing, that is sustainability, that is facing the goal of SDG, UN SDG, right? Okay. And all the chemicals, and if you go for agricultural industry, whatever the material you are using, that material is taken up. Say for example, if you use pesticides or compost or any other thing for your plant growth, once you use it and get the plants, you may not take the sample again and you may not check what is the nutrient level that is there in the soil. If you just do that in a layman knowledge, you can lead to the problem of eutrophication. Am I right? All you heard the term eutrophication. If you are a scientific person, you should take a sample randomly and analyze what is the presence of nutrient in the soil, so that you come to know the significances of the innovation in real-time scenario, rather than a theoretical or the problematic approach that is needed in just a showcasing for some other purpose. Right? So similarly, industry, all the industries are producing some kind of waste, either in liquid form or solid form or even gaseous form. Right? So air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, all those things are because of the waste, right? If you capture the waste in the right way, that may not be a waste issue. That is waste valorization. Have you anybody heard the terminology valorization? What is it?
Converting into a valuable product.
Yeah, converting into value-added product. Okay, you need to add the value. Right? Okay. So it may be textile industry. So I hope you know all the industries may have ETP or STP, right? Effluent treatment plant or sewage treatment plant. Okay, because ultimate aim is to get some product through different process. So obviously all the chemical engineers use certain raw material and convert into valuable product. So during the process, you may understand the dynamic, you control various things, and you are supposed to take care of all the regulations that is given by State Pollution Control Board or Central Pollution Control Board or even any other bodies, right? See, if you want to manufacture certain thing, you need to follow certain compliances. If you want to supply it, you need to follow certain. So it varies from place to place according to the domain, right? So here, based on the understanding, you can understand that all the waste material needs to be standardized. So that is common rule. If you wish to value add, that is different. Even though if you are taking the waste product, you are not considering that for value addition, but you should not leave as such. Definitely, you should leave that waste into a minimal value to the environment. Unless or until you won't get the permission to produce it further. Right? So you need to find the right technology to minimize the waste and maximize the circular economy. Alright. So similarly, household, we can make use of the wastewater as a grey water harvesting, and we can make use of the organic waste to compost. We can go for biochar. So many industries, the crop residues are used in now is in heating purpose only, incineration, mostly. So even though many things are there in research, that is not actually happening in real-time scenario. Right? Okay. So construction, so concrete waste, plastic waste, the wood, metal, whatever the scraps. Similarly, if you go for a sewage treatment plant or wastewater treatment plant, you end up with some sewage sludge, residues, chemicals. Okay, so these are all the various origin of waste, sources of waste during the production of certain thing. Whether all of you clear with waste? Right? Okay. Shall I continue further?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is a typical report that is given from annual report of the CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. So mostly the current waste management scenario in our nation is unsecure. You could just reveal it from the pictorial representation. The balance is highly under the unsecure. So mostly open dumping, unsanitary landfilling, and just as it is, without further processing, as it is disposed. Right? So this is what actually happening, but our population is too high. We are using many products. Day by day the consumption is increasing. So we need to think about what is the right way of dealing that waste. So that's why our government and which means the international forum are ready to support the young minds, those who are interested in giving innovations. Right? That may be career or entrepreneur path. That is different. But the spirit of giving innovation is most important. So once you understand the ecosystem, then only we can provide a suitable solution. Right? Okay. So here you can see that 243.6 million tons per year of waste is generated. Okay, you can find state-wise, region-wise, all those databases plenty available in the open source, in the website of the CPCB. Right? Next. Okay. Can anyone give a simple difference between linear and a circular economy? If you could give a case study, that will be more wonderful. What is linear economy and what is circular economy? See, I just would like to have a dialogue rather than monologue. Okay, you feel free to interact so that then and there also I am ready to give certain answers. Okay, it's not a typical presentation that I am presenting to some externals or somebody. Okay, just I would like to highlight the thing, what is going on in and around us, so that you can get some validity and you can just improvise your attitude towards the requirements or the needs, right? So if you would like to interact, meanwhile also I am ready to give answers. Feel free to discuss. And also you can also share your thoughts. The young minds are more having more knowledge and ready to accept the wordings and knowledges those who are having. Alright, so linear economy is simply the stream will not close. Okay, if the flow is closed by certain loop, that is circular economy. Okay, say for example, in our home, we are using water, right, for various purposes, drinking and other purposes in domestic need, right? What is the flow of water in our home? If you are staying in hostel, what is the flow of water in your hostel? Linear, mostly linear, right? Some places nowadays circular is going on. In what way we can convert linear into circular? Any idea? Any quick idea? In what way we can convert the linear flow into circular flow? Yes? Recycling. Okay. If you recycle, where you can make use of that recycled water? Gardening. Yeah, obviously. So all you know from the conventional aspect, we know how to make use of the used water. But we are in lack of implementing in many places nowadays, isn't it? So if you find a compatible technology, you can make use of it in real time. Earlier days, you can imagine in the villages and all, we don't have a proper system of water flow as well as wastewater flow. So what we do, simply we just use the water which is taken during domestic usages for growing the crops in our ground. But nowadays, terrace garden is there and other purposes, even grey water harvesting, we can just make it by simply installing a small reactor tank. We can make use of it for toilet flushing as well. Okay, in apartments and all, many places nowadays they are implementing. Simply they are using microorganisms or enzymes, that's it. No need of very large innovations. So innovation is the thing which is simply understanding the need or which is simply understanding what problem to be solved, that's it. Right? Okay. So reuse, reduce, recycle, refurbish, remanufacture. Right. Hope all you know about it. Fundamentally, these are all the things that use the terminology circular rather than the linear. Right? Okay. Next. So, I made a simple presentation only, since you need to feel it. Yeah, it is happening in our day-to-day life. So that's why this is a very simple case study. See, the material flow, material is supplied to the manufacturer and it is distributed to the consumer, and once the consumer uses it, whether they dispose or they reuse it. See, I just splitted, the image gives you idea about the technical goods as well as biological goods. See here, So the material is supplied to the manufacturer. You can imagine any one material. Can you anyone give example for the technical goods? Yes? E-waste. Yeah, you can also say, particularly in e-waste, laptop, used mobile, okay, used materials, that is having some electronic chips, okay, or engineering materials, which means scrap metals, right? So all the things considered the technical goods. Some modifications happen due by technology, right? So here, what we can do from the user, it can be maintained as such by the user itself, properly. See, if I buy a mobile, I'm using it for 5 years, that is how I maintain it. That is based on my individual maintenance potential. Am I right? So you can reuse it through your own maintenance. Instead of linear economy, you can just go forward with your circular economy. Right? Similarly, you can make reuse of the material by supplying it through the distributor. What they can do, they can collect it from different users and they can isolate whichever is good, whichever is not good. Because individual cannot isolate, right? If I maintain properly, I can extend the shelf, I can extend the usage life, right? Instead of 1 year, I can use it, if I properly maintain the material, I can convert it to 2 years or 3 years. But if certain product has been damaged, okay, I can go for distributor supply. So that reuse, remanufacture and recycle according to the search domain. Okay, so the circular will follow. Instead of linear thing, we will follow circular flow model. Similarly for the biological goods, you can use different material. Say for example, we are using food, right? So if you just have the food and throw it in the dustbin, that is different scenario, that is linear. But if you collect the good and make it as a compost, that is circular economy. Because again it is following their own cycle. Again we can grow some plants, right? Your plant will help for other plants. It's like a win-win situation, right? Next please. Okay. So, a couple of slides I would like to give you the glimpse of material flow in general. Okay, how actually the materials are flowing towards the society, right? See here, I just consider plastic resin manufacturer or any plastic manufacturer, right? So you just think this scenario. Similarly, you can understand this same for all the individual domains. Got it? So here, see here, municipal waste collection. Initially, all the material, if it is plastic, okay, you assume that is only for plastic. So that is collected. And it is just forwarded to the decentralized waste collection center. See whether all the places are having decentralized waste collection center, whether all of our locality having a decentralized waste collection center. No, it varies from place to place. So what you need to know? You need to know about yourself. Got it? So where is the waste collection center to my locality? Say I'm coming. Say for example I'm coming from Salem. So, in Salem, where I am residing, in this particular area, where the waste collection is going on, see, they may collect from door to door, they may collect in street. Nowadays, street collection is stopped and only door to door collection is enhanced. Right? Since we are keep on improvising our strategy. Right? So, from the waste collection, where it goes. So, you will go and explore it. Where it goes. Just go and ask the municipality people, those who are dealing with it. So if it goes to certain composting area, or if it goes to just a disposal as a land disposal methodology, so you need to understand those area is having problem because it doesn't just get any value addition out of the waste, simply it is disposed. So this is the stakeholder connection based knowledge. If you connect with the proper stakeholders, then you come to know the action scenario. So these are all the baselines for your further projects and further pathways, right? So here, decentralized, from the decentralized, if it is having any Swachhata Kendra, so it will be followed to after the segregation. Okay, after the segregation, it will be given to that. Then it is again processed for every, see, the valuable items can be sent to the scrap dealer. See, normally we also will do that, right? See, if we have a numerous old utensils or old plastic material, what we don't throw it generally. So what we do, just we collect it and go for scrap dealer. So we can get money out of it, right? Similarly, you should not stop that with only plastic or old utensils, but also for each and everything that is accountable. Got it? So this is how to think the flow of material. Okay, so if this is a material, how it comes, what is the supply chain, what is the value chain? Okay, so you should understand the flow of material by proper analogy. Got it? Right. So next. So here you can find another example. So MSW. What is MSW?
Municipal solid waste.
Yeah, municipal solid waste. Under the municipal solid waste, we can just split that into wet waste and dry waste. So, could you give the examples for dry waste? Plastics. Yes. Yeah. Cardboards. Okay. In the name itself, it resembles dry or wet. Wet in the sense it contains some amount of moisture. Am I right? So the vegetables and the food material, those which contain excessive moisture, is said to be wet waste, right? So if you just take the wet waste, what you can do? You can just convert through bio-invention, biological conversion. You can just go for composting or biomethanation, or else you can simply just go for landfilling. It depends upon. This is a typical case study. What are all the ways we can do? Right. So here you can make use of the biomethanation. You can synergistically get gas as well as solid product. Both are possible. So synergistic approach is the very well approach nowadays people are looking for. See, even though if you would like to convert certain waste into value-added product, whether you give waste again to the environment by treating it, that is most important. Could you understand? So this is the flow. Generally, what are all the applications? If it is biogas, we can go it for thermal applications. Similarly, we can just replace CNG, LPG, okay, liquefied petrol gas. All those things can be replaced by using the waste itself. Okay, you don't depend on the fresh products. You are already utilizing the material which is just considered as a waste. Right. Next. So here this is the circularity concept for C&D, construction and the demolition. See here, normally through the mining activities we get different metals, right? All the metals are accountable for various applications. Am I right? So from there it is going for, maybe if you consider only construction, it will be taken for manufacturing of building products. This is a case study. Only we are considering those material for manufacturing. Okay, here it again goes to some construction. Okay, after the construction, the building might be under the maintenance for some period, and once it is end with the life, which means the fragility or stability has been changed. So during that time, what we can do, simply we can demolish it and dispose it. This is one way. Actually, this is what happening. But nowadays, the peoples are making use of the disposed material in a right direction to valorize it. See here, instead of this linear cycle, you can follow deconstruction, which means you just disassemble it. Okay, after the disassemblance, you can find the metal elements and the concrete elements in individual segments, right? And after the deconstruction, it again goes to the cycle of the construction. Okay, based on the stability and based on the standard, you can use the proper ratio with the fresh one. Instead of going for the, even though you need certain standards, certain strength, certain lifestyle, it doesn't bother by newer one. Alright. So next please. So here also we are just about to discuss about the circular economy. See, this is the raw water sources. So in general, to your domestic, what is the source of water? Mostly groundwater, right? Is there any other source available for your domestic consumption? Reverse osmosis. See, reverse osmosis is not, it's a technology to process your water, but so I just would like to get the source or origin. It might be lake, or it might be pond, or it might be river, not only groundwater, but also surface water. Clear? Right. So consider here the raw water sources, whatever it may be. Just before you only said that groundwater. Okay. In addition to that, some of your friends added on it surface sources. Okay. So then it can be used for different purposes. If it is industry, we are in need of water for their different processings. If it is a heat exchanger, we need water for cooling. Okay, if it is a processing equipment, we need a certain ratio of biomass to water. See how we are using water in our domestic. We use it for drinking, we use it for cooking. Okay, this much amount of water need to be added for this much of biomass. It might be rice or it may be dal. Similarly in industry, depending upon your process. Yes. Yeah. So depending upon the process, you can make use of the thing with a different ratio to convert the water into certain thing, production. Right? See here. So here this is the color coding. So while you present your project or while you pitch, you also use the color coding difference to understand, make you understand, and also the observer or listener can give you a valid comments if you give the valid presentation. Right. So here I just differentiate the potable water, wastewater, non-potable, which it may be used for utility. Okay, non-potable and general resources. So here you come to understand the importance of the differences between these colors, so that I can easily understand the flow, right? So since we are discussing about the origin of waste and what we are dealing as a linear method and what we are dealing as a circular method, how we need to present. Okay, based on the target audience, you need to present, right? So these are all the general circular economy model from industry, from municipal usage, from agriculture. Okay, so through the water treatment plant, we can achieve this. If you don't find this setup, it is linear economy, right? You can find either this setup or you can make use of your small reactor setup for your lawn gardening or terrace gardening or any other thing, right? Okay, next. Okay, now I would like to give you the real-time initiatives of our Indian government. Okay, see, simply now the era is artificial intelligence and internet-based era, right? So all we are always dealing with certain online media. So if you use those things in a right way, so you can collect numerous data so that you can get numerous schemes, numerous careers that is available plenty in and around you. Okay, as I said just before, during my career, I worked as AP. Okay, but I explored at later stage and understood this is what the problem, there is a scheme. If the problem has been solved by me, I can crack the scheme and I can go for the innovation. Right. So similarly, I would like to highlight the overview of Government of India initiative, which we, by giving the screenshots of real-time websites, just I'm going to give you and a couple of slides in the later. Right. So you can just go, note it down the websites, or else you can just see and understand what are all the domains they are ready to give certain value addition to your ideas. Right. See here, the Government of India actually having around 11 committees that is led by the, what is the MOEFCC?
Ministry of Environmental, Forest and Climate.
Yeah, Ministry of, so we are having many ministries, right? Say just before also I told you Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Human Resource Department. So all you should know what are all the ministries of our nation, and under each ministry what are the different schemes are going on. So here under the MOEFCC and the NITI Aayog, this is recently launched, NITI. Okay, under the NITI Aayog and MOEFCC, we have different stakeholders, which means domain experts, academicians, industry representatives, right? All those people are there. So their primary focus is actually MSW and liquid waste, agricultural waste, okay, the rubber and tire material, e-waste, that is a very familiar thing nowadays, it is keep on improving, and industrial waste, solar panel. So approximately 20 to 25 years in general, if you use solar panel, that give life of 20 to 25 years. After that, what will happen to the huge panel? So many things are in a big challenge. Even though technology gives you certain convenience, it also gives you certain challenges. Keep in mind, all the technologies what you are using is not only providing convenience, but also it is accountable for the carbon footprint. It is accountable for the GHG emission, greenhouse gas emission, and leachate emission. So that's the reason. What is the composition of waste? How you can make use of the composition in the right direction with the right technology? That is what the real thing we need to look into it. Got it? Right. So these are all the different domains that is actually happening in our government of India through the initiatives. Right. Next. See, this is the screenshot of the web page. Invest India. How many of you are aware of this Invest India? Okay, no issue. Now you just note it down. This Invest India is providing investments done in a numerous quantity for those who have valid idea. Okay, so particularly they are focusing waste to wealth under the Swachh Bharat Unnat Bharat. Okay, so this Invest India actually invests for the people, those who are in the stage of ideation or proof of concept or prototype, okay, or and so on. So this is what actually going on, but we might not aware of, right? So you can just go through the Invest India web page, and in that, particularly if you wish, if you choose the path of waste value addition, so you can just explore the waste to wealth initiatives. So many projects are going on. If you refer those things, you can just see the gaps. So these are all the things already going numerously. Say for example, biogas production. Tons and tons of biogas has been produced already. What is the difference of method now we are going to propose? That is most important. If you do the same thing, that is there. There is no gap. See, once you understand the system, you need to find out the gap. If you want to find the gap, you need to explore what are all the current happenings. Say for example, current affair. If you know the current affair, you need what to be done and what not to be done. Am I right? So similarly, this is the one page, you can look into it for the Government of India initiative for the waste to wealth through the Invest India forum. Right? Oh, next. Then, SWBM, Swachh Bharat Mission. This is also a wonderful initiative given by Government of India. Particularly, they are focusing on the biodegradable waste management, which means at the earlier I informed you now that is not only for biodegradable, okay, but also for electronic waste and plastic waste. All those things they are focusing to provide some investment to the people those who are having valid innovations, right? So here, this is particularly for those who wish to give solutions in the field of biodegradable waste conversion. Plastic, but peculiar to the plastic and grey water precursor. Mostly it is around 75% they are focusing on biodegradable as well. Some of the plastic consideration. Okay. Next. So PSA. How many of you have already referred Mandhan platform? MATHA. See, under the Government of India, we have PSA, Principal Scientific Advisory. Okay, so recently a platform created by Government of India, that is PSA Mandhan platform, Principal Scientific Advisory Mandhan platform. That is the platform to connect academicians, industry experts, researcher, entrepreneur in a single hub. Got it? So this is such a platform that is given for waste to wealth. So why I am giving these screenshots? These screenshots just let you know about those things. But you should just, under the different header, you need to just go through what are all the technology frontier. Actually what they do. See here what we do. What is about. So all those things you can explore. Okay, just I am inducing through the slides. That's it. Okay, this induction will just enhance through your valuation, through your efforts. Right? So you can explore different technology frontiers under this tab, and also you can just refer the resources. You can make use of the real-time resources. It might be helpful for your publication. It might be helpful for your career. Okay, you can convert yourself as an entrepreneur. Right? So this is one of such initiatives. Next. And these are the certain talks that is given by our own leaders. Okay, so you can also understand what is their need in terms of technology. Okay, so politics contain many things. Our ultimate goal is, as an engineer, we should focus on the technology aspect. Right? Next. Yeah. Actually, this is a program where I'm working. Okay, actually I'm not working, I'm making. Because I'm not employee of this particular scheme. I'm aspirant and I obtained this fund. Through this fund, I just convert myself as an entrepreneur. Right? So this is under the Ministry of Science and Technology, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, BIRAC. Right? So here SPUSH, Social Innovation Program for products affordable and relevant to societal health. See, listen. So here, SPUSH is one of the domain that is coming under BIRAC. BIRAC is coming under DBT, Department of Biotechnology. DBT is coming under Ministry of Science and Technology. Got it? Right. So, actually, I just obtained the funding for this call, Waste to Value. So, it contains many things: food and nutrition, maternity and child health, combating environmental pollution, health care. Okay, under different things, every year, which means around 18 months once, they are releasing their call. It is a wonderful opportunity. If you apply, you can find some of the competition, I'm sure. But still, if your idea is good, you can definitely, you will be the one person who can get the monthly stipend as well, and also you can get a good lump sum of mini grant, so that you don't need to worry about the funding. Okay, this is not a loan. This is a grant you can make use for your research. That research will not stop in the lab. It is actually finding the application in real time, particularly societal health. Can you understand? See, government is providing loans, subsidies, fund, grants, all those things. But you should differentiate. Fund is a single terminology. Under the fund, what type of fund it is? That is most important. So this is the typical fund. You don't need to repay, but you need to provide valid UC, utilization certificate. Got it? So what you need to do is, you need to just calculate what are all the different heads, and say for example, I'm going to outsource certain people for research support. I'm going to mentor with them. I'm going to consume this material. Okay, so I'm going to fabricate certain machine. So these are all the different heads. But if you have doubts, I can ask, clarify your doubts. Right, so these are all the different heads you can make. Actually, this is the program that gives you 2.5 lakh grant, mini key grant twice. So 5 lakh. The program duration is 18 months. In our India, as of now, 14 SPARS centers are there. In our India, totally 14 SPARS centers are there. So I obtained my fellowship under the SPARS center in Bhubaneswar. In Tamil Nadu also, we have 2 SPARS centers, PST STEP and HTIC, IIT Madras. But literally, I didn't aware of this particular ecosystem earlier. So that's why I obtained in different ecosystem. Anyway, luckily it is in our nation, so that I come to know the real-time application. Right? So you also should take a note of it. So what is it? What is BIRAC? What is DBT? In what way they are supporting? Okay, you simply convert your college project into the valuable project. That's it. Nothing else. If you want to pitch, you don't need to bother what I can pitch, what idea I can generate. As I said, actually, innovation I already asked you now. Very simple. Those who already invented many things, if you give certain solution that is in a different way, that is innovation. Say for example, in earlier days, what we used to do, we carry luggages while we travel to railway station or airport, right? Later what happened? Porter will carry all your luggages, right? And later what? Porter may have certain trolley, right? They have trolley. So all your luggages is placed in the trolley and they just help you to place your luggage, right? But in later, certain entrepreneurs, what they did, so usually the people, those who are carrying their luggage or feeling uncomfortable or bad while they carry. So simply, wheel is already there in trolley, luggage is already there in our head, just join it. Simply. This is innovation. Actually nothing is new, but the problem solving approach is new. Could you differentiate? It is there. Trolley is there, bag is there, but trolley bag, that is new. Okay, actually that is not new now, but earlier. I just want to give you certain idea. So you need to think that we are not always, you don't need to think like a scientist. You just think like a person who is just want to give you solution for certain problem. Got it? Simply, if you find certain problem or certain need in any domain, through this research or through direct approach, you can understand what can be done, what cannot be done. Got it? Okay, next. This is the 23rd call. Once you complete your SIP journey, you can apply big grant. This is the grant that is 50 lakh. Mostly this is very competitive call, which means you need to prove certain concept, which means you need to give proof of concept. For the social innovation SIP, only 5 lakh, but this is 50 lakh grant. But what you need to do is, this is not a loan, but around the 3% loyalty you need to repay once you generate money, once you generate revenue. Got it? So earlier, for the theme based to value, I just given you that a social innovation program. Social innovation immersion program, SIP, under the category of SPASH. Under the same category of SPASH, once you complete 1.5 years, what do you need to do again? Okay, 1.5 years over, I need to search job again. No, not like that. During this particular 1.5 years, I have actually registered a company, private limited company, NB Ventures Private Limited, and I also got recognition from Department Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, Startup India recognition. I also approached and obtained Startup India recognition. So, if you just initiated your own company, right, then you can just raise follow-on fund. This is the second step after the SIP journey. Okay, sir, if I would like to go for big in a straight way, whether it is possible, yes. Even you can apply as such, straight away to the big call. Okay, but you need to face more challenges. Can you understand? Because 50 lakh grant, they expect 20 data. 5 lakh grant, they expect your inspiration and your idea. That's it. So you choose what should be. If you are more strong about your knowledge, if you are more interested to compete, then go for big car. Okay, that is dependent on your own attitude and perception. Clear? Next. Okay, so since we are talking about the recent innovation, and I also discussed with you what is innovation, okay, and also we have discussed from the origin of waste to how we convert that as a circular economy, isn't it? And also we have discussed some of the schemes that is given by Indian government. Okay, actually it is a large file if you also taken the world funding opportunity. Okay, I limited to the Indian funding opportunity, but also you can explore the world of India funding opportunity. Okay, so many combined initiatives. US India combined initiatives, UK India combined initiatives. So many things are there. Right? They are also giving funds for different themes. So climate resilience, sustainability improvement, carbon zero challenge. How many of you are aware of carbon zero challenge? You are aware. Then, see, carbon zero challenge is happening in Chennai every year. Probably at least 1.5 years once. IIT Madras. Simply, you should give an idea that should eliminate the carbon. That's it. Which means you need to give sustainable solution. So that is carbon zero challenge. Right? So see, we are very near to the program that is happening. Okay. Actually, I hope that in future you might. Right? Okay. Because for this carbon zero challenge, the peoples are attending from very far away. Other states. Okay. They are coming to participate here in IIT Madras. Got it? Right. So I'd like to highlight eco-innovation. See, normally innovation is, as I pointed out just before, just to solve the problem, what is already there, merge it to the need. That is innovation, right? So here, eco-innovation, since we are dealing with waste to value. So here, what you can do, simply you need to understand the regional level, which means institute level, regional level, national level, need, compliances. Compliances is regulatory law. Okay, so as I pointed out earlier, State Pollution Control Board given you certain guidelines. If you are dealing with wastewater treatment plant, if you are working in a plant, or if you are running a plant, that is dependent on your attitude. If you do that, you need to follow compliances. You should not leave as such. The pH should be 6.5 to 7.5. COD level should be like this. BOD level should be like this. So these are all the regulation things you need to consider while you provide the eco innovations, right? So that's why here I have given the best practitioners of the world in eco innovations that contain these things: technological innovations through the dedicated startups, and the regulatory innovations, which mean what are all the compliances we need to follow, and through the dedicated startup. So all the things are why I am merging with the startup, since I am in the field of startup, right? So I have given you, actually this is a typical representation that I have taken from a recent literature, that's nothing else. But I quoted based on my experience. Okay, I don't explain in such a way that the people, those who write this, okay, they may write it for publication, but I use it for my understanding, and I just disseminate the understanding to the next level for you people to get it, right? So here, see, consider circular economy for public-private partnership. So many funding bodies are ready to provide if you collaborate with public, okay, private limited company, limited liability company, one-person company. These are all the various segments of the company if you like to go for the entrepreneurial path. Clear? Right. And so laws and rules, and also what is the technology to convert into energy or nutrient or electricity, whatever it is, right? So these are all the domain you should just to keep in mind: the pollution prevention, society empowerment. It should empower the society, women empowerment, right? Similarly, employment. Your ideation should give employment, right? So that is what the claim many industries are doing. But what they do is they go for some harmful technology. But what we can do is, instead of harmful technology, we just give a technology that is focusing on affordability and sustainability. Clear? So it should meet both. If it is sustainability, since we are developing nation, we may not give to spend to crores and crores. You also try to give affordable technology. So that's why it's purchase a program that is considering product development that is affordable as well. Okay, if you are developing certain product that people are ready to buy in a moderate zone, that is more feasible. Say for example, if you prepare a bioplastic cover for a single piece 10 rupee, but that the middle class family are ready to buy it. No, right? obviously it can be sold to the people, those who are in the restaurants, okay, the star hotels, so and so. But as a people, those who are looking for the societal health, we need to consider the affordability. In order to give the affordability, you just account all the flow. Just before we discussed the material flow for a technological aspect as well as biological aspect. If you do certain project in the laboratory, what you should do, what is the initial mass taken? During one treatment, maybe any hydrolysis, what is the last happen? Another treatment, what happens? So if you calculate step by step, which means simply, if you do the mass balance, you can calculate the pricing properly. So which technology gives the less pricing? That is affordable. Clearly, once you scale up, the cost will keep on reduce. Because if you prepare it, okay, no issue. So if you prepare in a small scale, you no need of very high equipments, but the cost will be very high. Because say for example, 1000 watts autoclave I am using for 2 hours. Okay. Can you anyone say what is the cost of 2-hour running of 1000 watts autoclave? Tentatively, no need to bother about the exactness. Any rough calculation? See, normally our electricity charges are based on which unit? Yeah, actually unit, right? That unit is 1 kilowatt is equal to 1 unit, right? If you are aware, 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt. Okay, so what is the cost of 1 unit charge in general for the commodity scale? 5. Okay, 5 to 10. Okay, you just keep it as a 10. Okay, 10. Because at the maximum we can consider 10. Okay, for the domestic it might be reduced. Depend upon the scale. If you are using up to 100, that is free. Above 100, that comes at a certain slab. Above 200 or 500, that comes at a different slab. Can you understand? So, what I am saying is, you consider this as a commercial power supply charge. Because while you produce certain product, you cannot claim that as a domestic thing. So you just consider that as a commercial scale. Right? Okay. So 1 unit costs 10 rupees. Right? This is the average price we have fixed through our interaction. Right? So you just now tell me what is the cost of 2-hour usage of 1000 watts autoclave. I am not asking about the cost of autoclave, electricity charge. ₹20, obviously. Just see, very simple. 1000 watt, 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt is 1 unit. So 1 minute we have discussed, that is 10 rupees. So 1000 kilowatt material, which means our equipment, we are running it for 2 hours. Right? So into 2, 20 rupees. That's all. Similarly, why I am giving these inputs in the sense, while you do project in a small scale level itself, you should calculate it. Okay, you should calculate what is the material you are purchasing, what is the material cost, what are the consumable you are purchasing.